What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be going over the top 10 power forwards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM, lads. So, we are going to be talking about only primary power forwards, and I'm just going to say this right now, this is not that strong a position. I personally, we had a few stack positions. I do not rate this power forward position high at all. I really don't. I think it is quite a weak position, and I think guys like Gus Gerard and some guys like that genuinely would be super high on the power forwards list. I do apologize again, as you guys probably heard a few seconds ago, if there are a couple of pauses. I am absolutely exhausted making this video. It's like 1 a.m. I've been up like the whole day. It's my birthday today, so I decided to, you know what, take a couple of hours off making videos. Problem when you take a couple of hours off to enjoy the day is videos don't make themselves, which means you're making videos a lot longer into the night than you previously had expected. But anyway, look, there's bigger problems in life. So yeah, we're only gonna be looking at primary power forwards. First of all, Jermaine O'Neal. I don't know if that guy exists or not yet, so I'm not gonna put him in. Other honorable mentions. I don't like Jerry Lucas. I know there's definitely at least 1 to 2 Jerry Lucas users that are probably like, oh, Jerry Lucas should be number 1. I don't like him. I don't like Tom Chambers at all. I've never used Rui Hachimura, and I've never played against him online, so I'm not going to put him on the list. Kevin Love, I just think is that little bit too slow. Who else? Larry Markkinen is pretty decent. I'm trying to think, do I have? Yeah, I do have Jeff Green. And Jeff Green is probably a lot higher than you guys expect. But other than that, like, I don't know, Saric, Michael Porter Jr., Boyan, Sharif as honorable mentions. Like, this position is not very good. And we all know how stacked the small forward position was compared to some other positions. Honestly, there are a lot of like good small forwards, power forwards, or a lot of small forwards play power forwards. But yeah, there's really not too many great power forwards. So at number 10, we got Draymond. So Draymond, 78 speed, 78 acceleration, 83 ball, 75 lateral, 75 driving dunk. He's got the likes of clamp, pogo stick, interceptor. And his release is base 12, and it's not a terrible release. He can literally shoot wide open. And that's it. That's all he does. I got rid of Draymond from my team because that's all he did for me. As soon as I figured out how to shoot some other players, because Draymond is chicken. He helped me get through Dom, but he helped me get through all historic Dom or all-time Dom because that was not easy. But like Draymond really is. He's very much one-dimensional, and his defense, he isn't the greatest either. So yeah, I think 10 is probably a fine spot for Draymond. If you want to put Draymond a little bit higher on this list, I'm cool with that. But if you think that Draymond shouldn't be on the list, I'm also not going to question that one. I'm not going to question that one. So at number 9, we got Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is a really solid player, but he only plays in the post. 69 speed, 68 acceleration, 78 lateral. That 78 lateral was really good. And I think when it's all said and done, Duncan will have like a longer shelf life than a lot of centers. Because Duncan's probably the best at guarding the likes of Blake, whereas a lot of guys struggle on Blake. But Duncan's got an unbelievable post game. His release, he can green from that right corner because it's hot, even with a 53 ball. He's got half post meditation, half drop stepper, goal dream shake. So he's got a lot of the good interior scoring badges. He can get most shooting badges. I can understand why you'd give him limitless spot up with a 53 ball, but he can get it. Also a great rebounder. It's just, the thing is that like he's not quite tall enough to be dominant in the inside. As in, he's not going to be like out there mashing and dunking on people like a Wilt, a Shaq, a Dikembe, or even to a lesser extent a Rick Smits. But he's also not like quick enough. and not a good enough shooter to be a stretch. He's kind of like caught in no man's land. But I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad spot to be. Like, he's very good at everything. And again, I think if more people start to run Blake, I think we're going to be seeing Tim Duncan be a lot, and I mean a lot more useful. So anyway, at number 8, we got James Worthy. And I know you might be saying, how is James Worthy worse than Duncan? My opinion, and especially at the power forward, give me Worthy. Worthy's got a 75 3 ball, but he has one of these awkward uppers. Like, upper 69 is terrible. Like, look at the other cards with it. Like, it is weak. He's not going to be the greatest dribbler. Again, got a lot of good post scoring badges. His post hook and fadeaway are really, really nice for a power forward. 6'9", good, really good rebounding. Good lateral, not a good blocker steal, but good interior and perimeter. At least decent interior and perimeter. Good mid-range. So, honestly, for him, it's all about getting used to that release. And for me, I am a huge, huge fan of this James Worthy card. That is today. He's one of those guys where it's like, one day I love the card, the next day I don't want to use the card, I never want to see the card again. But today, well, today currently is Wednesday the 29th of September. Well, actually no, it's technically the 30th of September. It is no longer my birthday anyway. I'm now officially like one day past 25 years old. Man, I'm starting to get old. Started this at 18, man. But yeah, James Worthy is really, really good power forward. Good small forward as well. Great in TTO. And I just think he's that little bit better than Tim Duncan. And next up, we got Pascal Siakam. So Siakam, 6'9", 7'3" wingspan. He's very similar to Draymond. Like, he's got good lateral quickness. He doesn't have the clamps badge of Draymond. His overall defense is quite similar. His three-point is a little bit lower, but I think his release is almost as good. He kind of just reminds me of a 6'9" longer wingspan Dre. Like, normally, I've been running. I don't know who I like running more. And the big thing is that Siakam can't post spin. And as much as some people like to like scoff at me saying post spinning, but like it is, you guys see me play. It's a very, very effective way of playing my team. It's very difficult to stop. And again, great, solid post hook and fadeaway. Not unbelievable, but solid. Good standing and driving dunk. And like you're looking, outside speed with ball, the guy's got plus 75 and everything. He does everything well. So Pascal Siakam for me is in here at number 7. Is he exceptional in game? Not really. I think 7 is like a solid spot for him. And I think that 7 is what he deserves. At number 6, we got Jeff Green. So Ruby Jeff Green belongs in here, in my opinion, at number 6. This guy, he's going to be my, like, he's 100% going to be my power forward. Because I had been running Draymond, and I just remember thinking to myself, I'm like, why am I running Draymond? I literally just prefer running Jeff Green. One weird thing is that he's shrunk. I'm 99% sure that he's shrunk. So, Jeff Green was 6'9" in NBA 2K21. He was 6'9". Oh no. So wait a minute. He was 6'9" on this card. 6'9" on this card. 6'8" on this card. Oh, did he shrink an inch in actual NBA? That's unfortunate. So we don't know. We don't know whether Jeff Green in the future is going to be 6'9" or 6'8". But he's got that long wingspan. For me, the thing that separates him from a Dre is that he's got that higher lateral quickness. He struggles a little bit on rebounding. So it actually all really depends on who you're running a center. But he's got that unbelievably good release of base 50 on quick. That release is so fast. It is so fast. His dunking is exceptional. He's really, really good on offense. And if you're asking me him versus Siakam, yeah, Siakam post spins better. Siakam is a little bit better on the def, or Siakam's a little bit better post spin wise, a little better steal and block. But I mean, the 85 speed at that power forward position, man, Jeff Green at that power forward he's tough. He is tough. He's a really, really good player. And then at number 5, we got a guy that I think is just slightly just more effective right now than Duncan. I do think, again, Once we get more Blake type cards, Duncan's going to be better because of the clamps and the lateral quickness. But like in terms of guarding the elite bigs, I mean, Serge Ibaka not only does it at the same rate as Duncan, he also can shoot the 3-ball. 56 speed is quite slow, but he's got good lateral. 94 block, 90 driving dunk, a really good release in base 26, and an 85 3-ball. Like, that is perfectly fine for a big man. Like, he's one of the better shooting big men in the game. He can also post up quite well. Problem is, again, he can't get the post spin technician badge. That is quite a big badge. But he's still, if he gets switched onto a 6-foot tall guard, he's still just going to back him down and score. So it's not like he's going to have any trouble in that scenario. Again, he's not going to be the greatest player in the world. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to be absolutely unbelievable in terms of interior playing because, well, he's a stretch. And mashing is one of the most effective ways of scoring in the game this year. It's just literally spamming square until someone presses triangle and then shooting. So you're going to kind of struggle with that because if you're looking at some of his defensive badges, the guy does not come with pogo. Like, I would advise you, because the best way to play with him, you just have to mash spam triangle and hope that you're not getting mashed in the paint. So, like, pogo stick's not a bad badge to give to him. But again, Serge, he's my backup center for a reason. He's brilliant. Then we got Chris Bosh. Slightly better Serge. Serge with a post spin. Serge with a bit of extra speed and less lateral, so it kind of evens out. That's pretty much it. His release is not as good. Like, Session 7 is not as good as Serge Ibaka's release. He's got hook specialist, mouse in the house, unstrippable, slithery, post spin ignition, grace in the pressure, dream shake. Got sniper as well, 83 3-ball. So like, gold sniper is going to be pretty good. It is going to be very solid for him. But for me, like, him versus Serge is almost identical. Like, Serge is going to be a tiny bit better on defense. Bosh is going to be a tiny bit better on offense. But other than that, I think they're essentially the same card. I'm just going to put Bosh one spot ahead of him. Because, well, I don't really have a reason. I'm going to put Bosh one ahead of Serge, I guess. Because they do the exact same thing. But Bosh is... I know Bosh is a left-handed. Has 2 hot zones in the corners. I'm trying to find a reason to separate these guys, but like, don't buy Bosh if you have Serge. They're the same damn card. If you really want another Serge, then get Bosh. Number 3, we got Amethyst Blake Griffin. So Blake is good. Blake's a one-of-a-kind player. He is the first stretch center in the game. Or say not first stretch center, it's the lowest stretch center. It's the first point center. This 77 3-ball is a lie. 2K buffed Blake's release last year. So Blake's release was super slow, and then they like touched it. They bumped up the release speed right before his pink diamond came out, so that people would use Blake more. And then they have not changed. So this is a super fast release. His dribble style, he also has the Pro 1 behind the back. I don't know why Kenny Mack, if you're watching this, I don't know why your website is keeps trying to get me to buy tickets for Rita Ora in a country that I don't live in. 98 driving dunk, 50 lateral. That is a problem. Blake is not a great defender. His block isn't bad and he has a wide player build. But he also gets quick first step on gold. Speed with ball means 64 doesn't, or sorry, on bronze, but it's upgradable. Speed with ball 64 doesn't really matter. He's burning most centers with the ball in his hand. Limitless takeoff. He gets some crazy dunk animations. When I've used Blake Griffin in my squad, I'm taking the ball up the floor with him. I'm using his more speed over most centers to just kind of abuse those guys with like the 30-40 lateral quickness. And then if they start backing off too much, he's got the 3-ball and a great mid-range with a really good release. So defensively, Blake Griffin is mediocre at best, but offensively, man, this is one of the best. This is legitimately one of the best power forwards in the game on offense. Blake Griffin is incredible. And number 2, we got Bob Pettit. We got my starting center. So 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. Set shot 14 is one of the easiest releases in the game. This upper one is really good as well. He's got a good behind the back. His moving crossover feels like Pro 8 from last year. Like, he's got 88 3 ball, 60 speed, 60 acceleration, 52 speed ball. Some of the biggest lies in this game. Some of the biggest lies in this game. If you ever run with this guy, he feels at least, it's not like he's super fast, but at least 70 speed, at least comparable to Blake Griffin. 88 block, 49 lateral quickness is a lie. If you've ever seen the way I play TTO, he gets switched onto the point guard on almost every screen, and he very rarely gets burned. This is a lie. Unbelievable shooter. Post game is brilliant. Rebound is brilliant. Shot block is brilliant. It's every badge that you can kind of need on gold. And this guy is unbelievable. This guy is so good. That 72 ball handle is unbelievable as well. He handles the ball. He does everything. He's one of the best poppers in the game. I'm telling you, lads, Bob Pettit is one of the most underrated players. There's a reason why anyone who has Pettit swears by this guy. Anyone who consistently uses him. I know a lot of people got him, don't use him. But anyone who like consistently is using Pettit swears by him, and there's a reason for it. Bob Pettit is ridiculous in this game. And number one, I mean, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Larry Bird. Larry Bird, 6'9", 7 foot wingspan, 93 3 ball, 77 speed, which is not bad at all, but he's got 88 lateral quickness. His interior and perimeter are 88 and 85. He's got 92 post fade, 88 post up, every shooting badge on at least silver with half catch shoe, half corner specialist. He's got half hustler, which is unbelievable defensive badge. He can get clamps, he can get interceptor, he can get ball stripper. Does he come with glue hands? Yes, he even has the goal catch the ball badge. He even has the goal badge for catching the ball. So, yeah, he's got everything. He's the best shooting power forward in the game. The only thing you can't do is dunk. So if you're running, because I remember I saw Ty using him earlier, and Ty really struggled. If you need your power forward to do anything really except create jump shots, he's gonna struggle. Like, I shot a bunch of fadeaways with him. I've shot a bunch of like step back shots with him, and they all go in. The problem is, again, is that you can't really use him for anything other than shooting, because once you go to the basket, like, layups get blocked every single time. And dude's got a 45 driving dunk with a driving dunk tendency of, where is dunk tendency? Oh, it's 85, so he might dunk occasionally, but still, he's getting swatted almost every time he goes to the basket. So you gotta be able to like pull up. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. So at number 10, Draymond. Number 9, Tim Duncan. Number 8, James Worthy. Number 7, Siakam. Number 6, Jeff Green. Number 5, Serge. Number 4, Chris Bosh. Number 3, Blake Griffin. Number 2, Bob Pettit. And number 1, Larry Bird. That is the top 10 small forward or power forwards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM, in my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.